For April 2023, the Double Special Heroes banner is back. This is your chance at limited time seasonal units before the reruns later this year. We'll be going over the 8 units available briefly and discuss what skills are available to inherit. The returning 4-star focus units this batch are the Salt and Flame Rinka. They will share the 3% rate, so you may want to rate for their own individual banners if you just want one or the other. Now, we can start with Flame Rinka and the red group. She's decently fast as a sword infantry unit with exceptionally high base defense, pretty unique stat spread, and it benefits her inheritable Flame Goombai Plus sword. This weapon grants plus 5 attack and defense and inflicts attack and defense debuffs based on 20% of the user's flat defense stat. A lot of stats involved, but it lacks combat effects compared to, say, the current arcane sword. For some other weapons, Rinka comes with attack and speed ideal 3. This is on a good amount of free-to-play units now. Her other skill is going to be Odd Tempest 3 for extra movement every other turn. Unfortunately, we got Odd Tempest as a Sacred Seal, so you can't combo it with itself. It may serve you better in the C slot though, perhaps on a unit like with Edelgard and her new Refine. Now joining Rinka is Thief Layla, who is a red flying mage with good speed. The Thief banner last year got some weapons with special warp Kanto effects. I'm surprised we have not seen those return on another unit. Layla's Soothing Scent Tome has Kanto allied too. It accelerates specials, grants plus 6 attack and speed, and if Layla outspeeds, she prevents counterattacks. After combat, Layla inflicts 10 damage on the target and foes within 2 spaces. For Kanto Allied 2, this lets Layla warp to adjacent spaces of allies within 2 spaces after she takes her action. For skills, Layla has Swift Spray with 3 for extra stats and the rarer Defense Res Smoke 3. Its main strength is giving the user Pathfinder after attacking. Ideally, this lets Layla attack safely, inflict some AoE splash damage, and then Kanto warp away, while also now giving the team Pathfinder to follow up on. If you just want skills, Swift Spray 3 only requires the tier 2, and Defense Res Smoke 3 only requires one of Defense Smoke 3 or Res Smoke 3. Should be able to grab both skills. Moving on to the blue group, we have Nier's Ash, who is a blue beast infantry with very low speed and some beefy attack, defense, and res. Heralding Horn accelerates specials, grants plus 6 attack, and inflicts minus 6 attack on the foe. If Ash has one ally within 3 spaces and either has triangle advantage or the foe is initiating, she gets brave attacks. With 2 allies, Ash gets 40% damage reduction for 1 hit. 3 allies grants follow-up denial. A lot of potential damage with faster specials, brave attacks, and the Beast Infantry Temple perks. Imagine this with the Beast follow-up skill. Ash will take a more defensive approach though with Distant Reversal, which is the distant counter skill with plus 5 defense. She is the only one with this DC upgrade. Like her liege, Ash also has attack and defense bulwark 3 for super obstruct, debuffs, and some healing. She then has her opening retainer C skill for team, 2-space warping, and joint drive attack. A little expensive, but if you have base distant counter on a unit, you can get distant reversal and bulwark 3. If not, you can just get the base DC skill. Our other blue unit is going to be Harmonic Winter Cordelia and Selena. She's a powered up version of her Lance Flare form with top tier offensive stats. Inseverable Spear accelerates specials, grants the warp status, plus the dual strike status to Cordelia and allies within 2 spaces. Dual strike grants brave attacks if you initiate next to another dual strike unit. To pair with this, Cordelia also gets plus 6 attack and speed, and plus 1 special charge per attack. Very scary unit to face, since like Harmonic Catrio, one mess up leaves your units open to warping mobility with brave attacks. To further empower the team, their Harmony skill grants plus 6 attack and speed field buffs, Resonance Blades for plus 4 attack and speed in combat, and the Treachery status. Treachery grants true damage equal to the total bonuses on the unit. That means with this skill active, you get 10 extra attack and speed in stats, and another plus 12 true damage per hit. Yikes. Cordelia can get a ton of damage, and she will use accelerated specials with extra special charge to proc Gale Force in 2 hits. She has attack and speed clash 4 for lots of stats that benefit from warping, and Flow Guard enables quad follow-up attacks potentially. Defense Res Hold provides debuffs that can help the team if they're warping around as well. An absolute ton of potential damage with a quad attack, but Cordelia has no defensive perks. However, if she can get on low HP, this kit can work with the new Desperation Sacred Seal. For skill inheritance, if you got Nier's Pan, you can give attack and speed clash 3. That lets you inherit the tier 4 and flow guard 3 from Cordelia. You could also do defense and res rain 3 or hold, but clash 4 with flow guard is a very impressive offensive kit. Our next group is going to be green with the Salt, who is a flying green dagger unit. He has decent attack and speed and comes with the inheritable Florid Knife plus dagger. This weapon grants plus 5 attack and speed with Kanto 1. You can make any infantry unit a bargain bin Yuri, or just give any usual Far Trace user a guaranteed 1 movement with Kanto. interesting weapon, but Kanto doesn't do much if you don't make it through the fight. For some other skills, Salt has Harsh Command Plus and Second Defense Rain 3. This Rain is on the Ephemera Farina for this month, but she also has Attack and Speed Catch 4, which is a bit more valuable in my opinion. Salt also will have Swift Spare 2, but that's on a lot of non-5-star units now. It's a shame there's no Micaiah on this banner because Salt has to share the green group with Winter Black Knight. We currently have Young Hector out now as a super tanky Axe Army unit with Far Save and his personal distant counter skill. Winter BK also has Far Save with DC, but he goes hard into full speed, which can be dangerous for those not prepared. Solemn Axe exerts specials, grants +5 to all stats, and if BK is healthy, he's going to get 40% DR for one hit. He inflicts attack and speed debuffs based on the foe's attack stat, and he gets full no follow-up effects. The catch is that BK must use an offensive damage special, like say his incredible Black Luna special. This prevents him from running Hardy Fighter. However, Young Hector's new Armored Beacon special is a damage special with secondary damage reduction. This means in exchange for potential Black Luna damage, Black Knight can get ranged, unpierceable DR. His defense isn't as high as a traditional army unit, but you'll still get some decent damage with Special Fighter 4, healing you on special procs. Not saying it's ideal, but it is the more defensive route. For inheriting, if you have Special Fighter 3, you can get the new Tier 4 along with Distant Counter and Distant Dart. You can also grab Special Fighter 4 with Defense Res Far Save, which is an interesting option for ranged armors. That might be worth using with the new Armored Beacon special. Closing out the banner is a crazy good colorless group. Flame Muspa is a colorless cavalry dragon with high attack and defense. Not a lot of cavalry dragons, and unlike his original form, this one is more suited to utilize his 3 movement. Breath of Flame exerts specials, has Times Pulse built in, grants +6 attack, inflicts -6 attack on the foe, grants a follow-up attack, and finally Muspa cuts all %DR skills in half. Good effect to have since it works on basic hits as well. With this weapon, Muspa can pre-charge Moonbow, and he has Attack and Defense Catch 4 for more stats. He then has Dragon's Wrath 4, which now works on both phases, with 25% DR on first hits, and bonus true damage on users' first attack based on 25% of their attack stat minus the foe's res stat. This bonus damage is the same as Muspa's Domain of Flame C skill. They do stack, but it's tougher to use offensively since you need a nearby ally, and Muspa just might be too far with his cavalry reach. Essentially though, you have a Dragon Cav who can initiate with a pre-charge special, he gets decent bonus damage especially against low res foes, and he cuts DR effects in half. Muspa has some good bulk, and if he does double, you can also maybe proc a double Moonbow. On the flip side, if you need it, you still got Domain of Flame, which grants bonus damage to allies while nearby. Unfortunately, skill inheriting is messy here. You can't grab both tier 4 skills at the same time easily. Attack and Defense Catch 3 is on Heroic Grail units, but Dragon's Wrath 3 is only on 2 other units, both seasonal. There are other Attack and Defense stat boosters, so I would say Dragon's Wrath 4 is the rarest skill to save if you only care about fodder. Our last unit is going to be Duo Nihir's Askr and Emblem. These two are a colorless infantry mage and a bit similar to Duo Alphonse as a tankier, slower mage. Their Duality Vessel exerts specials, grants +5 to all stats, grants a follow-up attack, inflicts guard on the foe, and has Askr's 20% defense as flat DR effect. He can also reduce AoE specials if he has higher defense than the enemy. Keep in mind, Open Domain has Resonance Blades and Shields, but also has Times Pulse for Askr and team. This puts Bonfire on a 1 cooldown. With Attack and Res Tempo, if Askr tanks a hit, Bonfire guarantees gets charged up, and that then triggers Defense Res Finish 4 for extra damage with some healing. If that isn't enough, their dual skill grants +6 field buffs and -1 special cooldown to everyone within 2 spaces. This will now pre-charge Bonfire if you need to attack first, and with Open Domain, it essentially means Askr's team can get +10 to all stats total, as well as -2 cooldown to start a fight. This dual skill also recharges every 3rd turn. Similar to Muspa, we have some solid skills, but you can't get both easily. Defense Res Finish is still only on this Askr, and I think it's a pretty darn good skill for a potential tank build. Attack and Res Tempo is also only on a few limited time units. In general, colors really good, skills are rare, but it ain't easy to get multiple of them at the same time. This is a pretty darn good double special heroes banner. Colorless is great, blue is also pretty insane, and Winter BK is having his way as always. Sadly, we are in the midst of some incredible new banners, including the Crazy Kids banner for this year, plus the A Hero Rises banner is still available. You may also want to save orbs for now because coming up is 2 back-to-back new heroes banners, if there was ever a good time for that second engage banner to happen, it should be the next banner in a couple days. Reason being, the May New Heroes banner should be the Fallen banner. After that will be the Bridal banner. June starts with the Book 7 Midpoint banner, and then we dive into the double back-to-back summer banners. Generally, midpoint banners have a fair original character, and taking up a spot usually would fit with other games besides Engage because there's just less and less characters to put on these banners. There is a chance for the Fallen banner to have some Engage characters, but I don't know if they want to do that so soon. I wouldn't rule it out though. Later this month, we have our expected Mythic banner, and then there is a Suspicious banner on May 3rd. New Heroes Return was the name of the special banner with 4 Ascended Heroes and 4 random 5-star units. Decent chance this will be a similar type deal. Perhaps they throw in rearmed heroes as well. Not listed, but end of April into start of May is also Golden Week in Japan. I'm guessing the New Heroes Return banner is for Golden Week, but it's a bit late. I'm not so sure. There may be a separate Hero Fest happening as well. Basically, good luck for everyone playing to summon. A lot is happening in the next month for banners, and we ain't far off for our summer special heroes as well. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.